Hi viewers, you are watching program Research Excellence with Professor Dr. Ahmad Bilal at UOS Web TV. Today we have very special guests with us at University of Sargodha. Let me introduce first of all Professor Rehman. Sir, thank you very much. Professor Rehman is professor and head of translational research in University of Central Lancashire, and he is founder of Interdisciplinary Research Center for One Health in University of Sargodha. He is famous known scientist in the world for regenerative medicines and biomaterials. Second, we have Professor Nicola. She is a professor of nutritional sciences and she is director research at University of Lancashire for Center for Global Development. Thirdly, we have a guest from Buckeye University, Dr. Sophia Ahmad. She is Dean for Faculty of Pharmaceuticals at Buckeye University, Karachi. Thank you very much, all guests. I will start from Dr. Sophia. Dr. Sophia, you came yesterday and participated in a very unique conference on One Health. So what do you find about the outcome of this conference yesterday?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It was indeed a very privilege for me that I have been invited to participate in this conference. Actually, the idea behind this conference is very unique, the One Health idea of this conference. And I was very surprised and I was very delighted that I have seen a lot of people belonging to different fields were gathered there. Almost 20 to 25 vice chancellors from different universities were there under the umbrella of HEC, the Higher Education Commission of Pakistan. They were all united and they were promising that they will be working together for the betterment of the humanity. The World One Health concept will be very useful for the betterment of the society, as they will be working for good health for animals, humans, and the ecosystem, the environment in which we are living. So it will be a great idea that we will be working together for the betterment of the society in which we are living.
Okay. Dr. Nicola, you are visiting Pakistan since long, and whenever you come, you have some sort of unique ideas for research, and you are collaborating with different researchers in Pakistan. What do you think that how the idea of One Health is important for this age, and how you can translate the benefits of this idea for the larger community?
I think the One Health approach is an excellent approach for addressing specific identified needs. I think my work in Pakistan over the years, what I've learned is that as researchers, it's wrong to sort of come in and impose our ideas on places, on communities. It is more important to hear what the challenges are. And I think the beauty of this One Health approach that's being developed here is that it's problem-centered. It's identifying the problems within the context, first of all, and then working together to seek the solutions. So I think that's what's unique about this particular One Health approach, bringing together experts with different subject disciplines to look at a problem that's been identified within the context.
Professor Isham, you already established one success story, IRCBM in Lahore. Now another inning is started, and you have established a very unique center, Interdisciplinary Research Center for One Health in University of Sargodha. How you think that, what are the main problems of Pakistani researchers, that why they are not actually successful to translate the benefits of the research for the community, and how this center you have established yesterday will be useful for the community as a large?
Excellent question, and I think probably I will require a few hours to answer these questions.
Yeah, please, sure.
But now let me be very precise and concise. I will try to put it in a few words. In Pakistan, doing research just for the sake of research is not beneficial to anybody. What we need to do is to identify what our national, regional needs are and try to find solutions collectively. And through this approach, if you look at the word interdisciplinary, is to bring different disciplines together and work together for a targeted goal. That is really crucial. And in One Health, what we're doing, we're looking at the entire ecosystem of animals, plants, and humans, and see where the problems are, where they're initiating, and how we can find the solution together in partnership. So that is the key. The conference we had yesterday, that was a classic example. Well, we're still going on conference, to be precise, that, so much desire was there from different vice chancellors of different universities, and they want to work in partnership. And under the umbrella of Higher Education Commission, we form a network of universities, and we are targeting a network of 50 universities under IRC in One Health umbrella.
Yeah, it's a great success.
So that is already a great success. So the model what we learn in the IRC in biomedical materials, we are going to expand that model further, because that was in one institution. Yes, we created a hub and worked with other different institutions as well. We're collaborating with hospitals, with other universities, but there were only handful, I can count on my hand initially. But here we are starting with a collaboration of 25 institutions to start with, expanding to 50, and that will be very fruitful for tackling the problems. The reason? Because, as I said, we need to identify the regional problems. Every different regional problems require a specific solution. So that solution needs to be found after identifying that specific problem. And I have asked all the vice chancellors to give us one focal person, and the job of that focal person is going to be identify what is required in your region. So we find the solution accordingly, in collaboration, working with them, not working at them, which Professor Nicola just mentioned. We don't want to impose ideas. The focus should be, yes, let's do research together and find solutions.
Great. Dr. Sophia, if you see the statistics of Scoopers for 2024, Pakistan is at the 38th number by way of publications. It's a huge number that we are far ahead from a lot of countries. But if we see the benefits, what actually we are translating to solve the community problem, it's too short, it's too low. So you are Dean of Pharmaceutical, Faculty of Pharmaceuticals. What do you think that such type of conferences or workshops or initiatives can give the benefit to the community that actually our researchers are not doing? So these types of practical initiatives can do the more benefits for the community.
Yes, of course, as already mentioned by Professor Nicola, that the beauty of this conference was we met different people belonging to different backgrounds.
Yeah.
So everybody has their specialty in their own capacity, and they can do wonders in their field. So if we manage to gather all these people under one umbrella, so we can have many innovative ideas, we can have many solutions to the problems, specific solutions to the problems. But if I answer your question that why the researchers are not producing positive impact on the society, is that we are very short of funds, either from the government side or from the institution side, and those projects which have been conducted as research projects in MPhil or PhD levels, they are not being truly translated to solve those problems which are present in the society, because we are not at those levels because those levels require funds. Those levels require a much larger population to be included in that study, so that we can have a better result and we can translate those informations into the society for their betterment. So because of shortage of funds and because of shortage of communication and collaboration between different fields, we are not heading towards that mark. So I think that this type of initiative, by arranging these conferences, first of all, we met different people, we can exchange ideas, we have a pool of ideas, novel ideas on which we can work together, because I think success is only achievable through teamwork.
Yeah.
If you have a good team, if you have great ideas, and if you are willing to do something for the betterment of the society, you will achieve what you are heading towards, and you will achieve your goals.
Exactly. That's why whenever
And if I can may just come in and add, elaborate a bit further, you know, when we're taking a material or a technology from a lab to the patients, or lab to the bedside, or lab to commercialization, there is a pathway.
Yeah.
And that translational pathway is really crucial. In Pakistan, and especially in the government sector institutions, that pathway needs to be strengthened further. The establishment of ORIC, which you are heading, is a very great initiative of the HEC, and that pathway need to be established in all institutions. And that pathway, I think we need to go one step further, that ORIC people from different universities should combine together and come and say, right, these are the barriers which are stopping us, to how we can remove those barriers, how we can change the policies. Those recommendations are going to be really crucial, and that's exactly what we need to do. So developing a pathway and removing the barriers at the same time, and advising the government sector, advising the HEC, advising the Ministry of Science and Technology, that these are the barriers which are stopping us for commercialization.
Exactly.
May I also add to this debate?
Please.
I think another barrier to translation at the very other end of the spectrum is all about communities and community resistant to change. And I speak from my expertise in the field of nutrition, that asking people to change their nutritional behaviours is incredibly difficult. But if we can engage with communities as part of our research, involve them in the research, so they have a sense of ownership over the research, then we're much more likely to have success in translation into practice.
Exactly. That's why we see the infrastructure of multinational corporations. Why they are multinational? Because if we see the allocation of funds, the maximum funds they allocate for R&D. So without allocation of funds, you are right, Dr. Sophia, that without allocation of huge funds, it is not possible.
One thing I would like to add, as Professor Nicola has stated, the awareness of the community is very important. Most of the communities are not aware about their own benefits and about their own self-being. So the awareness programs, the arrangement of the awareness programs, and the I think short courses which can be incorporated in the at school levels or college levels to aware their kids, which can translate to a larger population. This can also help to make people aware of their own benefits, of their own health conditions.
Exactly.
And adding on to that, Professor Nicholas, you mentioned the community engagement and community acceptance. That is really crucial, and especially in this area, if we're talking about the breast cancer, I highlighted yesterday that there is a need to make people aware, and if we can detect that early, the prognosis is much better. And I think the next thing I would like to do in the region is to run a workshop on breast cancer awareness.
Awareness is very important. Without awareness, nobody knows the upcoming or potential threats for the humanity. Correct. Because this is something about the lives of human and animal and climate. So are you satisfied with the themes, what are designed particularly for this conference, Dr. Nicola? If you can explain about the thematic arrangement, what we have set for this conference, or what you suggest that for the upcoming our workshops or conferences, how we can engage more community through the thematic designing?
I think the themes of this workshop can be summarized by using the words early detection, prevention and treatment. And I think that's an excellent model to take forward to future conferences. This time we've been looking at a number of topics, but specifically around antimicrobial resistance and how we can move away from the use of antibiotics to using other plant-based products and other non-antimicrobial products to treat. But we've also been talking a lot about early detection and the use of technology to detect conditions very early so that we can treat early. But also we've been talking about prevention as well in terms of enhancing health and nutrition. So I think this model can be taken forward to future conferences. We can change the subjects and the topics and the themes within that, but that seems to me like a very useful way to talk about One Health.
Exactly. Professor Shah, it's a very important question. It's not pertains to One Health or some sort of these things. It's close to my heart that the universities should be knowledge factories. The establishment of universities not only for knowledge factories but to produce something that can benefit the community. If you see the success stories of Harvard or Stanford or MIT or Oxford, they are actually establishing the companies which are ruling the world. So if you see the third world countries issues, including Pakistan, so universities are mainly playing a role of only education institutions, even not research factories. What do you think that how the universities in Pakistan or all emerging or developing countries, they can actually contribute for the development of the country that actually are happening in developed countries?
If we talk about the knowledge, and if you remember a few years back, the knowledge economy was a buzzword and everybody was talking about it. I actually wrote an article, it was either 1994 or 1996 in Pakistan newspapers, a bridge between university and industry. And I highlighted that there is a dire need that we need to build that bridge stronger and stronger between our universities and industry. And I've seen over the years, rather than that bridge being built or strengthened, it has eroded gradually. So that is the real barrier to commercialization. And again, I keep coming back to the advisory and stakeholders, that what we need to do, we need to identify those barriers and remove those barriers. If we create knowledge and keep it within the boundaries of the universities, to me that is knowledge is of mere value. Yes, we are educating people. Yes, we are creating the human resource, but we are not giving them the skill set which is required for translational research. Just give you an example, at the University of Central Lancashire, I've been there for 2.5 years and I was headhunted for only one thing, as head of translational research. So what they want to do, the knowledge created within the university, they want to translate into a meaningful value. So what I've been doing there, I've been linking the research which is going on, my own research, my colleagues' research, and see how much I can link it up with the regional hospital, because most of the research is centered towards medical side, medical applications. So that is taking materials, technology from lab to the patients, and that benefits the society. Exactly. And that knowledge has been translated. Exactly. We need to follow the same framework in here. In ORIC, we should have one person in every university institution who is only equipped, only job to translate.
Exactly. So on the ending note of Professor Shah, why HEC established ORICs? If we translate ORIC, it's Office of Research, Innovation and Commercialization. But there should be some positive translation of commercialization that is missing element in Pakistan, unfortunately. Thank you very much, Professor Shah. Thank you very much, Dr. Nicola, and thank you very much, Dr. Sophia. So you're watching a program Research Excellence with Professor Dr. Ahmad. Bilal. Please take care. See you next time. Thank you very much, and Assalamu Alaikum.